Alright, so you're in the red. Okay, here's the deal. Hour 3 into 4. I still need to get my health regen as up as I possibly can, because it will allow me to get away with way more. No, I didn't. When I say way more, I mean it. I really hate to be that guy, but I really do need to get the shield HP to 20. Three HP per second is nothing to sneeze at, and I can actually start going into flowers. If I'm going into flowers, then I can actually start and clearing them out quick enough. I can start looking for apple trees. Sorry. Ate something a little hard in the throat. Mucus specifically. I know, a little uncouth to speak about, but it's appropriate. Sorry. Anywho. Don't be alarmed by my week of basically not uploading anything. That's it. What? Oh, wait, never mind. It's just perspective. It's the right size. Let's say, hold on. Anyways. Yeah, it's just been a busy week. This last week of my break. I mean, as the day this video should go out, which should be Saturday, today, I am going back to school in about 2 days. So it's like... That's really the extent of it. But the reason why I've been so busy is because I was basically the sole taskmaster of just cleaning up Christmas before I left. And if you're a family friend or know anything about my grandmother, you know she throws a humongous freaking Christmas no matter what. She's like really good at it. And I not only took everything down, including the tree, and it was a pretty freaking tall tree, by the way. Douglas fir. I also put everything in the attic, stacked it up in a manner to where it's an accessible attic space, somehow. I made a real Tower of Babel in there. It's crazy. Honestly, I'm just impressed with my home ec skills even still. Because I set up at least half of Christmas, and I cleaned up at least 75. I go as far as even to bump it up to 85 to 90% of it. And in record time, too. I might have stayed up another few weeks if it weren't for me being here. Oh, I don't know that. But based off of our past averages, it's kind of true. Also, to anybody suggesting music into the thingamajig, I haven't put that in yet, sadly. Sorry. I just started making a recording. I need to recomb my comment sections on these videos so that I know which MP3s to put in it. Other than that, yeah, I'm gonna add new ones. I expect to be having less credit hours this time around in college, so expect more random uploads on weekdays, just random ones. So I'm gonna be real with you. There's a lot of factors that go into whether or not I post on a weekend or a weekday or at all in college. I'm gonna try and uphold a reasonable stockpile. When I said weekend upload schedule, bulk weekend, I was thinking leading into Friday there could be 1 to 2 episodes, but I wanted like 2 to 3 on Saturday and Sunday. So in other words, a minimum of 5 uploads per weekend cycle. And this series is going to be long. And depending on what's going to happen, it might be a little difficult to upkeep, not going to lie, because 100% is a pretty tall ask, not going to lie. And will require a lot of not only knowledge to be learned, regained, and combed over from my previous source materials. But I'm not streaming this, I'm recording it. So I might genuinely have to just have a note-taking stream where we go over all the hardest achievements. And then I, write down... and I, write down the process of going through with them. I'm still not taking out the new norm, though. It's funny as hell. He never returned my email. Norm sucks. Look. Our relationship with the new norm is, not complicated at all. I was actually hyped when a new norm episode dropped. It was so bad. Honestly, I respect the attempt at the both sides aspect of it and trying and it's so freaking funny. They failed everything so bad. It's you tried. I was wow. Freaking Norm, dude. It's like they were strawmanning both sides, but one straw man you were supposed to actually have favor towards, but it's they were both really bad. Okay, you don't understand. Norm got a beer from his fridge, sat down. Number one, he's under house arrest. For shouting at a school board meeting, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, forget about his house arrest. But he picks up a beer can. At first, nothing's wrong. Then he notices that it's multicolored. And it's Norm, that was literally in your fridge. You got up to get it. You sat it down. What's that? And then immediately the title of the show is said. Progress. It's the new Norm. I only know Norm's name. No, wait, I know Janice and Charlie. Okay, I guess the only character's name I don't know is the dog's name and also the name of Norm's, I think, daughter. I'm just flying around that in disbelief because I was annoyed. Yeah, those are like the only two characters I don't know the name of. Genuinely funny. Just how bad it is. Absolute train wreck. An absolute, like, super failure of political commentary and comedy as a whole. To the point where it's so pathetic, it makes me feel so bad for it, it's actually endearing. Like, I was actually kind of sad when the new norm was cancelled. I was like, yes. This is like the Republican-leaning media that more money needs to be funneled into. It's so ineffective. It just might not work. Also, don't tell me I'm stupid. Okay, I'm not stupid. Wait, no. I might be stupid. You stupid. This is the same one. Left is that way, so I don't think so. I might be stupid. Anyways. You know those people... I'm still salty about the people complaining about me talking about, like, my life and political shit in episodes 4 and 5. It's like, can we get the politics out of our fractal block world? It's like, no, fuck you, dude. We didn't do politics, and then politics literally did us, okay? Be so for real. It's like, buddy, I literally agree with you. I don't know who I'm talking to in specific, so let's just say it's not anybody in specific, because honestly I can empathize. At the same time, it's like... If you want to watch a family-friendly, wholesome Minecraft YouTuber, then go watch Sky Does Mine... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Like, yeah, I'm not, like, edgy, but at the same time, it's like... Not exactly... aiming to be, nor want to be something you play at the dinner table. I'm going to be a little bit empathetic towards my more younger-ish teenage viewers, like 15 plus, if they do exist, because it's like, I don't want to cuss up a storm, and then somebody walks in, and you're like, he only does this for 30 seconds randomly in his 1 hour videos. You just walked in at just the wrong time. Restarted reciting every cuss word he knows in chronological order, and then forgetting which ones he said in a repeating loop for 30 whole seconds. So it's like, cool. But now my parents are judging me. By the way, though, newsflash, buddy, this is gonna be a shocker, but they're always judging you. Always judging you. That might not be true. Your parents might not be. But bias and assumptions are extremely hard to avoid in a similar way that propaganda is. And if you think no one's passing or parsing any judgment about, again, or for, or towards you, either you have a lot of money or you're naive. A lot of money or naive. No in between. Anywho, where was I? Why does there... Never mind. It ain't too important. So yes, I fly around. I do this. Back to the politics thing, though. It's like, what even is politics anymore? I'm gonna blow up Venezuela and tell the oil companies and not Congress I am the best president ever. This is all Andrew Jackson's fault. No, seriously, it is. Andrew Jackson is the sole reason why presidents can employ loyalists instead of actual qualified experts and civil servants. I think Christine Ohm's going to get impeached. That's going to be awesome. Anyways, I don't think Republican or Democrat instantly makes you good or bad, but it's like, just due to where it's sitting right now, I don't know. I honestly think the Republican Party will recover and have more merits after this. It's going to take a while. And you know what's fucking wild to me? The fact that if I had a theoretical daughter tomorrow, hell, even son, they would know less rights in today's day and age than my fucking grandma did 5 years ago. My mother. Almost in her entire life would have more rights. It's like, bruh. And then we wonder why all the women want to leave. And it's not getting much better for men either. Don't get it twisted. Still want us to like fight in wars and shit. Draft is not gone. Even though we have the biggest military, and we're also increasing its budget by 1.5 trillion. Was it? I think it was 1.5. It was 1 or 1.5. Don't quote me on that. But the point is, I just find it like really funny. And mind you, I still don't even really like Kamala Harris. Everything that Trump said Kamala would do, he did. Everything Kamala said he would do, he did. So it's like, I don't know. And forget Kamala and forget Trump for a second. Forget that, right? Right. He's upheld, like, no promises, pretty much. Besides, like, the no tax on tips. Which is temporary and disappears as soon as he leaves office, and doesn't do shit if you make more than 100K, which is below our effective poverty line, mind you. To any non-Americans who are ever thinking of setting foot in this country, don't even think about it for the next 3 years, minimum. Don't even fucking think about it. I don't just say that for your sake. No, wait, I am saying it just for your sake, because it's not like you caused me any harm, or anybody else harm just by being here. Even though it's been fucking studied, proven that, like, immigrants, even illegal ones, commit far less crimes than the people in our... Oh, forget it. I don't want to get into that. They're going to be blaming at me. They're going to get mad at me. Ooh. Anyways, this is going to be a new flavor of video commentary channels. All I need to do is put in a CSGO, like, knife animation in the middle of this. See it turn into a surf video. Next thing I'm going to add on. It's like, let's just forget numbers, studies, shit like that, because honestly I don't want to start adding citations to my fucking descriptions. Let's just take everything I've said about statistics and stuff as moot. Let's just leave it as opinion. I shot a woman who was fleeing from their harassment, who was, like, leaving, like, in her fucking car. They just did that. That's a reason not to come here. All of our food has a lot of chemicals in it because the FDA is a joke. It's a reason not to show up here. Um, a lot of people in America can totally be super freaking racist. Usually it's more homegrown than outwardly, but that happens too. That's another reason not to come here. Yeah, there's a few reasons. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. America on its own wasn't even that good of a tourist spot, even in its tourist towns, in my opinion. So, yeah, don't. Now, let's talk something slightly different. I also would like to personally reverse shout out Chuck Schumer. Or was a capitulating, folding, easily bribed fucking monster. I'm gonna be real with you. And it's funny. I'm gonna rag on this real quick. Longest government shutdown in U.S. history was was under the same president twice. Now, let me tell you a story. It was the first time during Trump's presidency. It lasted like, I believe, 29 or 30 days, but either way, it was a lot. And there was a second time, which lasted like 34 days, like last year, around October. Even if my numbers are wrong, which they probably are because it's off the top of my head and I'm doing two things, and I honestly don't have an encyclopedia of political knowledge, not gonna lie. I wouldn't even consider myself one of the top 100,000 people to really speak on it, mostly because I'm not prepared. I'm really just airing dirty laundry. Anyways, I guess to summarize, the current sitting president is a dumb idiot pants, and sucks bad, and calling that a political statement or complaining about this being political, in my opinion, is not only disingenuous, but also like, what's I'm looking for? Oh yeah, ineffective. Because, buddy, I can understand if you're like a kid and there's like nothing you can do about it. But for everybody else, politics is literally your life and how people's actions affect it. It's not just president, vice president, congressman, leader on a chair. No, it's how people treat you. It's what people feel emboldened or enfeebled to or to not say. Whether certain ideologies suffocate under good ideas, or there's a political party literally right now trying to tell you to reject the facts of your eyes and also ignore the tellings of your ears. Like, seriously. Do they even make kids read 1984 in high school anymore? I think they do. Why are we trying to make it in real life? And don't even get me started on like the billionaire slash. I want to say it on television. What? No, I can't. Wait a second. I'm not on television. The like wealthy slash pedophile class. So don't get me wrong. Not every rich person is doing that, because honestly, it's less about taking advantage of children and more about laundering money and shit and trafficking materials that are not supposed to be legal because they're not legal. but certain people just get away with things. It's honestly wild. Dude. I just realized this might be really bad for me if I ever become... I say let them find it. I've said this in the past, but I'll say it again. I'm going to continue that thought now, because this is actually a really important talking point and subject that I really want to cover, because this is a big problem that I actually think has a lot of value towards my audience in particular. Anyways, as I was saying, let's focus on the lesser in numbers but greater of the evils, the pedophilia. Let's talk about Twitter. I'm not calling it by its actual name because Elon Musk is not anyone I or anyone should respect, and personally, I hate him. And he's the prime example of why it is literally impossible to ethically own anywhere near $1 billion, let alone billions of dollars. Children in cobalt mines. Sorry, I was trying to mention the children in the cobalt mines over my terrible cough. Now, what about Twitter is evil, you may ask? Elon. And what mimics evil whenever it gets a good reward? I don't know. Robots that are programmed to literally do whatever the hell you want. Yeah, that's right. I want to talk about AI regulation. We need it. Bad. Badly. Elon Musk's fucking grok, right? So I've done like a little bit of doing some look-sees. I don't have a Twitter, by the way. This is all... I'm a third-hand source, to tell you the truth. After doing a little looking into it, I was just like, wow, that is crazy. First of all, grok, with a little bit of finagling, if even, not really, will do pretty much anything you ask it. It will pretty much make anything you tell it to make of. This usually happens to women on the platform, scantily clad or not, and like people basically make revenge porn of them. And it's honestly disgusting. But I didn't even discuss the meat and potatoes yet. That's just the carrots. So that's a form of cyber harassment that's just allowed, I guess. And Elon Musk, you want to know what his response to this criticism was? He told Grok to make an image of him in a bikini. Because, haha, it's very funny. It's just online harassment, guys. It's online harassment. It's fine. It's like, number one, wow. Number two, this stuff can be sent to / attached to these people. Gone are the days where you'd have to actually go through the artistic trials of learning how to draw revenge porn of people. Now you can just tell a robot to do it instead. And tell them to put glue on their faces. Or cigarette burns on their bodies with really unflattering imagery and signage posted around them. You know, to really own them online, you know? But here's the sad part. You can just keep it to yourself. So you can tell the AI to make you something and not send it back. And nobody will ever know. And guess what? You can generate CSAM. There's people, like, making the AI bot, like, make really explicit materials on people that are not adults. And it's to the point where the robot has basically learned to make people look younger and more immature in some of the things it's making, and the proportions are off. It's AI, of course, but it's like, as most things typically are with them, unless specifically stated. But the fact that it trends towards making things more childish instead of more mature is kind of telling. You can go ahead and look into this too yourself. It's really not that hard to find or find out. I mean, I didn't have to read a whole paper or anything. Like, you can literally learn this with like your eyes and a keyboard, or a keypad, or a digital keyboard. It's wild. Before I left my college campus, mind you, there was some people tabling to like call our like Congress people and other like and our like senators to like, I used like 3 times, cool, to call them, right? And we were supposed to call them because there was this bill, right? And it was masked as a military bill, but in actuality, all it did was deny the ability to regulate AI and AI-based technologies for a decade. A decade. Like, excuse me? AI is like not even taking people's jobs. It's making the quality of work worse because people are finding out, oh shit, I still actually have to hire somebody to do the job because the robot actually can't do it. At least not without like errors and whatnot. So as at the end of the day be looked over by a person if it doesn't want to be dubious, because it'll make things up. Because it's not programmed to do the right thing, it's programmed to do what you want. What gives it the reward. And the reward is when you say that thing was satisfactory. You can say that shoddy data is satisfactory. It's not hard. Like, people are just going over the data that it has and marking it as good and bad all day. And there's also a lot of ways that it tracks whether or not a user thinks the results are good and bad. It's like, wow, this is not okay. And for any of you saying, oh, well, at least they're taking out their frustrations or whatever you want to call them on, fake, not real images of, children. So at least they're not doing the real thing. Buddy, I have a bridge to sell you. Open your eyes. In a perfect world, we want none of this. That is not okay or passable behavior, or anything that should be tolerated or just accepted at all. Like, that's wrong. And I will say that with my whole chest. Anything like minor or child coded that's like treated as like sexually passable or in any way, shape, or form, or just societally tolerable, is wrong. It's wrong. The end. It's like, why? It's just wild to me. Where I feel like I have to say these things. Like, I have to denote where there is and is not a problem, because the general consensus keeps blurring. By blurring, I mean societal apathy. So I'm going to be real with you. Apathy is the killer of all things. Apathy kills motivation. It kills proper conversation. It kills defense. It's just... Honestly, I consider apathy to be the mental equivalent of HIV/AIDS. Just weakens your immune system to literally everything else. It spreads like crazy, or it can spread like crazy. You don't even have to engage in entirely apathetic thought to catch it. And it requires a lot of medication to deal with. It's like, damn. Just damn. But my message to you at the end of the day is, as long as there is due process, and people here on this earth that want to do the right thing, Look for the healers, look for the helpers, look for the people that care, look for the people that want to do right, look for the people that are trying. Because all we got is each other. And trying may not look the same for everyone. Some of us may think some of us are doing too much, some of us are maybe doing too little, honestly. As it sits, I'm a little bit all over the place. Do I think that this is going to reach a metric shit ton of people and, like, honestly do any numbers? Hell no. I don't want any damn vegetables. I honestly think I'm telling my audience something that they either A, already know, B, already are dealing with, or C, might not have known about, aren't surprised, but might look into it themselves, and if they're from America, at the very least, they might agree and maybe even consider doing some of the things like calling their congresswomen and senators, making fun of Candace Owens for the 30th time for the same day, because she deserves it, and just, you know, caring. It's a little bit of care. It'll go a long way. Now, heavy-handed topic, basically finished, although it's a never-ending war. And it's getting more and more uncivil by the day. But we gotta try. I think things, in a twisted sense, are looking up. Because there is nothing but up at this point. Any lower, and you can all start posting the West has fallen in every board, every media site you know, this, that, and the third, because if it actually actively gets worse, this year is actually over. As in, countries are going to war. People don't get any autonomy over their own lives pretty much at all, at least in America. Nobody can afford shit. Rich people own everything. And don't even use it. And the lower class, basically anybody who isn't rich, aka more than 10 to $15 million worth of assets, is worthless in the eyes of the economy. In other words, can be completely shrugged to the side. I think the likelihood of this happening is extremely low, but I'd be lying to you if I thought it was zero. I think it'll be fine. I get a few thousandths maximum of a percentage. 0.000. Let's give it another 0.1%. Let's call it 10,000th instead. People really got to give up at that point. Really got to give up. And, like, the fight is on still. Everyone's recognizing that the bombing of Venezuela is all just a ploy. He literally told oil companies, that's it. He told them, we're going to get you so much oil. I also find it so bizarre people don't notice how this is like. I thought Andrew Jackson was bad. Granted, he still is. Extremely, extremely bad. For different reasons. Honestly, he was also a very corrupt politician. Just in different ways. But, like, besides killing people, Andrew Jackson, like, how are you worse than Andrew freaking Jackson, dude? Oh my god. And I take back everything I said when I said I hope he'd be a good president. Because, by golly, I'm just glad he's so bad that everyone wants him. Well, what's I'm looking for? DEAD. Dead. Okay, not everybody, but enough people. I don't mean they want to kill him. I mean, like, they hope he succumbs to his old age. Including me. and not for any reasons of, oh, I hate him, because like he's actively making everyone's life worse. Actively. Unless you're like already at the top, and it's like, in which case your life doesn't need to get better. Like, you're sick in the head, and you're just collecting money, and it's like, you're not gonna do anything with it. Like, imagine if we actually had a functioning government right now that actually got things done. Or maybe, I don't know, made it so non-taxable loans didn't exist anymore for the donor class. So, they could stop siphoning our money from us. But oh well. I'm not taking back what I said either. Like, I genuinely hate this man. As many of us do. And if you don't, why? I genuinely want to know. And I don't mean say some la-dee-da, he's gonna create jobs, just wait for him to do this, that, and the third. Economists have said that it's his economy. That doesn't happen. As a president, you don't want that. Until, like, either near the end of your term, or because things were so bad, all you could do was make them better. It's like, please, tell me what good he's done for any of you. Not so we can be redeemed in my eyes, but so I can just say, well, at least he did this, at least he did that. Granted, I do think he does some things right. In the same way, I think Andrew Tate says something right every now and then. It's like, a broken clock is still right twice a day. You can be an idiot and say so many wrong things, or do so many wrong things, you do something right. Like his funding towards HBCUs. He did more of that than Obama did, that's for sure. And I hate to, like, call his name out here, but, like, he does good things, occasionally. But, like, presidents shouldn't be doing good things occasionally. They should be doing good things as often as possible. He's literally desecrating the White House. / was. It's like, oh my god. This administration's a joke. This presidency's a joke. My life is a joke. My pride and dignity is worth literally nothing to these people. They think if you have nobody and aren't working, you don't deserve to live. Okay, not them. Let's not go that far. I think Trump believes that. Even though it's like youth unemployment is the highest it's been since, like, what, the 2008 crisis? Or was it the pandemic? Which one was worse for that? I can't remember. I know I'm saying things in a sort of zealous-ish manner, but I do know that they're true. I just don't know the exact numbers. But it's bad. It's real bad. I have not seen a purple house in a jiffy. It's real bad, dog. It's real bad. Did I mention that I'm trained in public speaking? In a sense, this is kind of public speaking, but not really. Honestly, I'd love to speak for some actual decently good causes. Especially things I believe in. Just give me the general backdrop, the opportunity to learn things about it, and things that I need to say, and how to, like, address the opposition. And I think I do a pretty smack dab in the middle good job. I don't mean as in, like, I'd be a middling person. I mean, like, I'd hit, like, the target right in the center. Which is what you're supposed to, which is where you're supposed to hit it, right? I've only played darts, like, I don't remember. Anyways, to another talking points. It's like, honestly, I don't want to linger on this any longer. I've been doing this nearly the entire time. That was a lot of content that was covered, and concepts that were brushed over. But yeah, tell me your favorite Trump thing that he did. Maybe I'll laugh a little less hard at his funeral. And even if you don't have an exact source to, like, cite, as long as you don't say something like completely freaking wacko and stupid and idiotic, where I don't have to, like, vehemently correct you, and it has some merit, I'll accept it. So I'm going to ban you either. I am literally asking for it. I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't be disingenuous. If you do like that man, for whatever reason, even though something tells you my audience probably wouldn't, not gonna lie. I don't want to just silence people and just tell them they're wrong and bad and dumb and stupid. Because nobody's... Okay, let me rephrase that. Not nobody. But, like, most people aren't dumb, bad, and stupid. Like, actively malicious either. Like, it could be better. Could be. And the only way to really get things done, or for people to, like, learn, besides, you know, live and learn, like, eating the shit of the bad situation, is by talking it out, going over things, and having a conversation, a dialogue. Because really, it's not us versus them. It's who does have the money and who doesn't. It's more like who does have the too much money and the who doesn't. We're really in the same boat here. Some of us in a differently shaped, or oars might be slightly broken, or their boat might have a hole in it they have to stick their entire finger in. But at the end of the day, we're still all in the same boats. Same big boat. With little boats in it. And our leader, like, really sucks at the end. It's funny because it's true. Depressing. It's true. Depressing, but true. Also, fuck the CIA. I'm not suicidal, and I'm not killing myself. The end. And if that does happen, and it's somehow in the news, it was not me. I don't even have the money or resources to make that possible. Without, like, doing something terrible and gruesome in a public setting. And I wouldn't do it anyway. I'm not going to talk about the Epstein files. I mean, what is there even new to say? They gotta do it, but they're not doing it, and they're doing exactly what I hope they do, which is redact stuff, which means they're doing something illegal. They don't understand. They're not escaping it. What they're doing is trying to outrun an elastic band. And eventually either they're gonna snap back onto the thing that they're running from, or it's gonna snap onto them. And honestly, it would make me very happy to see them reap what they sow. Really happy to see them in some legal hot water. And they're gonna release them anyway. Because they have to. As long as we don't forget. Anyways, it's 10 minutes. Let's make this section a little bit less charged and a little bit more staticky. A fun sort of staticky. A little bit of an electromagnetic field. Maybe from an animal being a little bit too, rolling around on carpet and stuff. Okay, so Rivals of Aether 2, a few days ago, dropped Lorena, and I've only been, like, labbing her in, like, the training thing and playing against, like, level 9 bots. But she's actually got me into, like, genuinely being interested in Rivals. Because it's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, the system kinda sucked bad. Specifically because of crouch canceling and floor hugging. I don't like that. I just don't like it, okay? So I'm holding down, so that means my opponent who hit me didn't hit me very good, so I can hit them better? Yeah, right, bub. I'd rather play a real fighting game, like NASB 2. But, like, Lorena, she has 9 grabs! I normally like hybrid characters, like Plankton, for example. He's my favorite character in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, because he's both a grappler and a zoner. The only place where he doesn't fight is mid-range, and it's like, I love him so much. And I'm also pretty sure he's the heaviest character in the game. And I like heavies too. If I were to describe Lorena's weight, she's basically Brawl Wario. She's about as heavy as you'd expect Wario to be. And she's just so fun. I did not expect a genuine piece of skill expression of Lorena to be fucking recovering, you know, off stage and shit, but like, oh my god. Playing Lorena is like, how can I save me from myself today? How can I get back on stage? Oh my god, God forbid it's a stage where, like, the wall and the platform aren't connected. Or, like, the platform is, like, 5 light years away from the wall. Then it's like, shit. Guess I'll die. The only reason why I don't play Rivals online is because it's, like, asked me to have a wired connection, and it's like, my connection's so bad out here, I don't want to torment somebody with dealing with my Wi-Fi online. But dude, if I could play in locals and shit, or find some group somewhere that plays Rivals too, like, I think my Lorena could be genuinely nasty. Once I figure out how it's like to play against real people. I'm not saying I've learned to take advantage of the bot's AI, because honestly I don't think that hard about it. It's like, the bot's the bot, it can do whatever it wants. Oh my god, the Olympia matchup? I hate her. I hate Olympia. They'll add Olympia, but they won't add Eliana. I liked Eliana because she was a zoner. She was not a grappler zoner. She was a zoner grappler. Eliana liked fighting close range or far range. Not really mid-range, though. She could. And there's so many interesting setups and cool shit that you could do with her, like bullets and shit. It's like, wow. I used to be so cracked at Eliana. I loved her. But they keep adding fucking Analyst! Okay, actually that makes sense. He's pretty cool. I don't like him that much. Adding Galvin! Okay, actually Galvin's pretty fucking funny. Not gonna lie, he's pretty cool. Add Olympia! Ooh. I liking this. They added Olympia before Absa. Olympia before Absa! What are we doing? They added Crab! I'm just kidding. They added crack. They added crack. No. And they keep buffing Raster. Honestly, he deserves it, though. Due to specifically crouch canceling and floor hugging, he is fucked. Like, everyone sees him as a theoretical top tier when played, like, at his best and shit. It's like, yeah. But something tells me his best is going to be equivalent to when Hungry Box first was getting cracked at Jigglypuff. Everybody's like, Puff is so shit. She's so bad. Everyone hates... top 3 character. This is actually a top 3 character, guys. She's broken. It's like... yeah. You're going to have to play Raster really fucking lame. Really carefully, because he's the lightest motherfucker in the game. By a huge margin. Like, Zetterburn, who's a medium weight character, is like 95 on the weight. I'm pretty sure the second lowest is like Absa, who's like nearly 90. Raster's 71! Mind you, the heaviest character in the game, and I'm not counting Armored Edalus, because Armored Edalus is stupid when it comes to his weight, because that's 180, which is insane. But like, Loxodon is the heaviest character in the game. And he's like 110. Raster's like 71! What the fuck? He dies! Granted, good luck fucking hitting him, but still. Hate him. Hate him. I remember when I was like playing Rivals, when it was like before at like Olympia. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna main random, because I don't even like any of these motherfuckers that much. I had a specific taste for only Eliana, and now it's also for Lorena. I freaking love her. It's always nice to see a strong cut. Oh shit! It's always nice to see a strong, independent woman of Chitin succeeding in this world, and that's her. It's funny because she's an ant, and ants have a chitinous exoskeleton. But oh boy. I am very pleasantly pleased. Things are looking good. Huh. I think I'll take a progress report at 15 shield per second and try some more flower grinding. I'm going to try and go into a white flower this time, because I feel like it might have green apple trees. Green and yellow. Red ones are tolerable, but like, you don't want them. You want green, you want yellow. The yeller feller. That's a real brand, by the way. I'm sure it'll be alright. Just so you know, if it ain't obvious, if you see me here, feel free to skip the episode. This is going to be me talking. Not going to lie. I mean, what else is there really for me to do? And I'm documenting the whole process, so you know what to expect. I mean, if you can finagle it, this might not be that necessary, but like, I'm doing this right now, so I don't have to do this again later. So I know if I had to do this shit in fucking college, I'd be like, dude, this stinks so bad, I don't want to do this. Only had 10 seconds, by the way. Make sure to dislike this video, specifically. Specifically this one. It'll kill my algorithm. Okay, bye.